And we're live. Okay, welcome guys. I am doing another cast of Supreme Commander, the epic RTS of the 2000s. Brought to you with the FAF matchmaking / mod package. I played this game myself. This is me here, and I'm casting this game. Oh, that's a nice message from that guy, thank you. I just finished the game and I thought I'd quickly do a cast. It's very late at night, 1 AM in the morning. I should probably go to bed to go work tomorrow, but I really want to just capture what I've got here, because like I like to improve my game. This is my like 4th ever actual game against humans, and my first game where I actually had to do something important. I'm in a very strategically important position here in the north, because I need to capture some of this reclaim in the center, and I need to spam tons of land and sort of gain as much map control as I can. And alongside with me, so my score is shown as 0 because I am unrated. I need to play, I think it's like 10 games minimum to get a rating. I've got Ghost 78 down here in the bottom, in Cybrin, bright yellow, pumping out some units, land first. Look at all that queued up Pat Pigeons. Alright, sweet. And we've got just above him, we have in sort of maroon color is Luciferius, something like that. Rank 17. I'm guessing wow, it's above 0, so it means he must have played at least 10 games, but done really badly. Okay, interesting. Let's see how that goes. We've got Kurt here in sort of like a light orangey color. Also got in Cybrin. Oh, by the way, so I'm completely new to matchmaking, and I spawned as a Aeon, and when I'm guessing you can pick which faction, but I didn't know how to do that, so next time I'll try and pick it. I probably would have gone Seraphim. That's my favorite faction right now, but Aeon I'm quite comfortable too, so I'm happy with that choice. Glad not to go. Cybrin's honestly my weakest faction, although it's one of the most popular in the North team anyway. By the way, I'm going to turn the speed up a little bit because honestly, this replay is quite long. I don't want to go through the whole thing. You'll see that I am collecting a ton of mass in the middle, or some mass. Why is my comm idle? Keep busy. And I'm trying to redirect some of that to my teammates. But in practice, I actually had queued up so much production from my engineers. I didn't actually have any excess mass. I went negative like really quickly. I was running almost empty. I've been playing a ton of PvE games against bots, and I found that I tend to spam a huge eco rush and then go unit spam, taking a lot of damage when it comes to tier 2. But from watching other replays, I've seen that in PvP games people tend to spam tons of tier 1. So I tried to do it this game. Didn't really spam as much as I probably could have. Took a lot of damage here coming in to get some reclaim, but it probably served me better in the long run to get that reclaim than to actually fight against Stravanon in the blue, by the way, as UEF. I should probably go through the top team quickly. Horik 29 in UEF as well, light blue. And we've got another Aeon faction with Comdeck in light purple. And in a sort of cyan color, we have Rehackles as Aeon as well. So yeah, Aeon and Cybrin only this game. I was so shit at capturing these mass points and do any air at all game. Did get these mass points. I probably could have pushed more like this area. I didn't really hold these mixes at all. I left this side to Kurt. Yeah, so I'm really glad that Kurt was giving me some instructions here, because I was very lost, to be honest, quite overwhelmed, having to micro my commander as well as getting some units and some eco up. I think I did actually pretty well at this phase. I wasn't super overwhelmed, and at some point What's this guy doing? He's going engineer spam. No, yeah. Someone went yeah. Who was it? Oh yeah. So Comdeck has gone yeah. He's look at him pumping out. Yeah, what's he pumping out? He's queued up. Oh, tier 2 already. Shit. Alright. So I complete my gun upgrade. And I went straight into a sensor upgrade too, which I really liked because you can see that the range on my the damage is like there, and it's less than the sight than the sorry, that's my sight range, that's the damage range, and the extended vision gives me so much extra ability to kite units and to kind of figure out where I'm attacking from. What I did not do is put down any sort of tier 1 radar, which I would need an engineer for. That would have been really valuable. It's got a range of, what's the range of that? 115. How does it compare with the com range? That upgrade I just purchased is here. Why doesn't she tell me the ranges? Okay. Yeah, it's vision 26. Oh, that's the default. That's the default thing, eh? What's the extended range? It's not telling me.
Commander
I can't
under
see it.
attack.
It's there. But yeah, I liked my little skirmishing with these auroras. I tried to build some what are the Furballs? I tried to build some Furballs, which I come right here to do some harass on Comdeck as he's upgrading. Didn't want to get too close with my own auroras. They were wiped out by Comdeck's ones here. Going back to observer mode, I'm curious what was happening. Okay. I did not know that Verdanis was also stockpiling some units and doing his own upgrades. So I was kind of exploring tentatively with some auroras. I probably should have mixed in some scouts into this thing as well. That would have been a really nice, more balanced force, and then I could have scouted this force and kind of withdrawn more easily. I did withdraw pretty quickly, didn't lose too much mass there. Now this scared the shit out of me. Tier 2 gunships, man. If he just pushed, like I had no anti-air. Kurt had no anti-air, I don't think. He just had some assault bots, some mantis. And they could have killed us immediately, honestly, if they just persevered. I started spamming some tier 1 anti-air pretty quickly, but it did take time for them to come out. Here we go. This was here, but I'm a bit slow bringing them up into this supporting area. And this was pretty weak, to be honest. But, you know, I get my comm out of there. He doesn't push the advantage. At this point, I'm a little bit stuck. You can see my teammates on this side, like Luciferus is way up in front. He's got a comm upgrade. Okay, what's he upgrading? Actually, I'm curious. So he's upgrading gun, speed and gun range just completed. Where's any upgrade? And Ghost is up here with what's Ghost got? He's got gun and is that sensor? Personal stealth generator. Ooh, okay, nice. Yeah, and this is about when this guy was getting flanked by a little strike force here. I considered, because of the pings, I considered pulling my own forces to assist. I rotated here, and actually already ticked up to tier 2. I was right happy with my ecoing, and I actually started queuing up some upgrades, I believe, on these factories. Not yet. Okay, so that upgrade is done. I started pumping out some tier 2 engineers to get some power. Probably a little bit late on my tech compared to North. How's the North team doing? Let's see. Okay, so Verdanis is still tier 1, I think. No, that's not Verdanis, it's Horik. Okay, so yeah, so Verdanis gone tier 2 already. He's pumping out tons of tier 2 units. That was quite a threat, honestly. I was probably a bit late on the teching, and we saw Comdeck get an early T2 air factory very early. Now, Ghost, what the hell is Ghost doing? Why are you pushing so far? No, come back. Of course I know what's going to happen next time we play this game. This guy does not long for this world. Oh, he's surrounded. Look at the number of wars from records. Look at it. It's like 42 right there. He is so dead. No chance. Just gets blocked by the roars. That's such nice blocking. And that landscape. Worth its weight in gold. Here's supporting Sky Slammers. What can they really do? It's such wanton aggression. And first ejection. Well, he's not really ejected because he didn't. Oh, actually, I don't know. Does the Commander pod, control pod, kind of escape? Does it have like a ejection, or does the person just die inside that ruin? There's like a mangled body of the Commander. Guy calls it ejection, but I'm not sure. I feel like ejection is more like when you teleport back, like the recall. That's recall, I guess. Anyway, I get my shield upgrade. So what I decided to do, because I freaked out from seeing this guy die, and I'm like, well, my comm is not very useful at this point. Like, I'm very scared of getting flanked by lots of units. I know I don't have very much up there, so I get a personal shield generator on my comm. Actually, look, I'm still using him in the battle. Okay, that's interesting. This is when I'm getting tier 2 on these 2 factories first, while pumping out tier 1 spam on the other 4. I probably could have placed these maybe like the shelter of the cliffs here. That's not a terrible position though, or even further up, since we kind of got this control. Having them a little bit higher would have been quite nice. At this point, Kurt hands me control of this guy. I forgot we were on full share, because I've been used to playing games, just custom games where it's there's no share, right? I'll share until death or whatever. So this is when things get really hard for me, because I'm like, oh shit, I have to figure out how to use this guy's base, get these engineers doing something, get these units attacking. Now I just push with this immediately, because I'm like, I'm seeing these Nexus getting harassed, and I just kind of freak out. I have no intel on this force at all, right? And then Lucifer salute dying is just savage. And I tried to cut off Dravenon. If I had a few more units here, if I'd pushed with this blob at the same time, and I could have cut him off, maybe I could have gotten the ejection, because he's down to like 2/3 health. He has Vet 2, so quite a bit of regen on that. But with my own comm nearby, if I timed it right, it could have been enough, but he had enough of the blob here to counter push my blob, so I was doomed. I had no concentration in units in a place enough to actually prevail in this area. And you can see the remaining mass that's left behind. What's that? Like, that's 1500. That's 3,000 worth of mass just from that exchange right there that I basically gifted to Draven, because I could not control this area, right? He did. No, I think I do lose these factories from memory. Now I just had these guys pumping out tier 2 units the whole time. There was this tier 2 land factory, which is that tier 3 upgrade I think I queued up? It took a long time for that to complete. I was very slow getting Ghost Sold Engineers assisting as well. I could have had them assisting the upgrade and assisting these mix upgrades. There was such potential to eco here, but then this little force pissed me off, because I had some units here going this way, and they just skirt around that and start harassing the main base, so yeah, not the best play there. I could have split up these tier 2 units. Like, they're very strong, they would not floor with these like tier 1 Auroras. But in the meantime, I'm trying to do something here. These guys are getting slaughtered. Poor Mantis. Dying to these Verbals, I think. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's what's happening here. I'm bringing this Commander was not doing much, honestly. Putting the pull left, right, up, down. Not really engaging in battle. So you can see he's got that weapon upgrade, he's got personal shield, he's got intel. I don't really get a whole lot of damage done with this guy at this point in the game onwards. Yeah, I'm seeing these guys they're attacking, I'm like, I don't know what to do next, so. These guys are scared off when I pump out these obsidians. These were really good, I'm so glad to win tier 2 here. I eventually upgraded the rest of the factories to tier 2. These were popping at tier 1 units, I believe. Some of the asylums were very strong. But, I'm not sure. You can see that Dravenon's already pumped out some pillars, and pillars mixed with tier 1 spam. Quite a strong combo, You can see on the eco front, I have not looked at eco at all. We are very behind on eco right now. Actually no, we're not. We actually hit on mass. Jeez. Totals, we are... Oh shit, we hit on totals as well. Okay, that surprises me. How am I doing eco-wise? 268. Oh shit, I'm leading the pack. Oh my god, I have so much mass coming in. Oh my god. So I was... Yeah, I could have done a lot better with my ecoing, but I do use it quite well later on, you'll see in a moment. Anyway, this is the point where I freak out with my commander, bring him back to base, to put a shield down, tier 2 upgrade to put the shield and some tier 2 flak, and then some tier 1 PD, because I'm really scared of commander snipe at this point, so I want to avoid him dying while I'm like microing civilians on the front lines. I could have done more damage with him, you know, he's pretty strong with that sort of sniper comm upgrade. I didn't go with the rate of fire upgrade, but you know, it could have been useful, but honestly I think this was a wise choice given my skill level and lack of micro. Him just turtle for a little bit. This point I sent units up in small, you can see groups of about 7 at a time based on the land factories down here. I tried to stockpile them at times, but man, they're just getting cut to ribbons by these obsidians with their own pillars and river missile launchers. And this is a really balanced force. I really liked the composition of Dravenon's force here. He was a bit idle with them, as you can see here. He's kind of snowballing a force here and idle with this one. I saw Reckles calm and I thought, I want to get a snipe on him, but just supported by Dravenon's force, I couldn't get enough units to the side of the map. And I lost these mixes early, didn't rebuild them. I have a template that I use in games against the AI where I deploy like a small shield, like a tier 2 shield with some point defense and tier 2 anti-air. I could have used that template. It's a bit expensive, not the most efficient use of resources, but could have been a good option, just as like a low micro kind of defensive tool. You can see that Team 1 is not being too efficient either. They've got some unupgraded mass points. They don't really upgrade these outlying points very much. I feel like Comdeep was one of the strongest players in any team, and he was still quite slow with his... He's got one tier 3, is it one tier 2 next? Oh, 2, okay, alright, I had oops, I have to select my plan. Oh wait, wrong, yeah. I had 5 tier 3 mixes at this point, so I was doing very well on eco. Wee bit slow getting my tier 2, tier 3 power reactor. I mean, I've got plenty of power here, but drawing a bit from my allies. Overall, not too bad. The other thing I could have done, the other advantage of my comm was using the overcharge. That would have been really nice. I forgot to overcharge the whole game. Alright, so I just go rush an experimental because I'm not going to cut through these units. I'm way too slow upgrading to tier 3 to be able to upgrade these to get tier 3. So my plan is to spam this, rush into the base, see if I can get a commander snipe. In the meantime, that frontal base completely wiped. Too slow getting up some secondary units. What I should have done when I had more mass, and I'm very negative here, is upgrade my eco on this side of the map, upgrade these to tier 3 or something like that, and just pump out a lot more land units. And I'm getting just cut to ribbons by this combined force here. It wasn't even a large force, but there you go. See, if I'd known these were still open, I could have just like wishes with fishes, right? So macroing 2 fronts is not strength, something to work on for next time. Now I did not notice, is that an artillery? Yep, it's a clink hammer, only a single clink hammer. So what I end up doing, oh he's got a second one in the build. I forget about these units, but I do, this is good timing. I do remember to, seeing how there was tons of spam pushing in here, around this little hill. I thought, put some turrets on the hill, some shields, some anti-air, and then I queue up a bunch of Gunthers, which was actually really nice. These survived for quite a long time. I was a bit slow upgrading the shield generators. I'll do that later on in the game, you'll see. But nice little position. What's the range on those Gunthers? Okay, so I can basically counter the clink hammers being placed around here and do some harassment of Dravenon's force over here. But he's attacking out of range of these Cerberuses here, so that's quite clever. Oh, a little bit of damage on the edge. I could have put down some Cerberus turrets down here as well. Again, just too much micro. Yeah, I tackled my GC, did get a kill on Horik, who was idle in the middle, so I'm really happy with that kill. Now, I had no idea too, I had no intel in the surrounding area, and I had no idea. Oh my god, Comdeck was right there. Oh shit. Oh my god. If I had known, I could have just angled this way, and maybe got the kill on Comdeck, the last help on my GC. Now the other thing I did with the GC that was a bit dumb was that I kept charging forward with him, and eventually I realised that now I'm like, oh yep, okay, he's taking damage from behind. Let me turn around and kill his spam. Considering he doesn't have no health to make it all the way to people's base. I maybe could have kept going, but actually, I don't know, maybe I should have done it, because I would have outrun these boys. Oh man. Another decision, it's hard to second guess, right? On the other point, I was very close to Vet 2, and I get it right there. There we go, Vet 2, nice. See, that was what I was really hoping for, to give me more survivability. Kurt telling me to withdraw my GC. Probably not. Actually, oh my god, fuck. If I had known this space was so open, he had no PDs and nothing. Oh my god. Oh no, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I have spent some Oblivions. So, yep, I would have died if I'd pushed into Comdeck, but I do lose him anyway to Spam 4000. He's got a strap bomber. It's gonna be enough. Just want to get my second Colossus. Yeah. No one dies to another strap bomb. Now my plan was to use the second GC to reinforce the position where the old one was and stop them from getting some easy reclaim and finish off Comdeck space up here. But what I did not know, because again I was shit with getting some internal units down, is that there's another GC on its way here. Now if I'd known that, I could have held this back, used some of my tier 1, tier 2 spam here, or my other units over here to whittle down some damage and then get the kill on that GC. Now with a massive 2 GCs, I then could have swammed out some more and really done a GC rush, but I did not see it until it was too late. Passing ships tonight. So at this point I'm like, I'm going to launch a diversionary attack with my spam here. Oh, funny, I don't. At this point I'm like, shit. GC here. Way too late. Didn't have any defense. No PDs, nothing. As long as no air complete. I did turn these engineers around to try to save them. They survived. It was a massacre. And this GC, on the other hand, I got very indecisive right now because my thoughts were maybe Comdeck will have invested heavily into defensive units, which he hadn't. Oh, he built some PDs back here, but his comm was actually quite open. So I thought maybe I'll angle for Dravenon's base, see if I can get an easy kill on Dravenon. His commander was all over here. Oh my god, also on the front lines. Oh, but I don't know. Then I thought, I briefly turned back to my base, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to be able to save that. I'm going to get out of there. Luckily, my friend and ally Kurt managed to spam some bricks and some air power. Number of gunships you got here. Here you go. Just jesters. I thought he had some tier 2 and tier 3 gunships. Wait, I don't know. He's able to whittle down the health for GC anyway. I thought he lost most of his base. Poor guy. Why did Vehicles turn his GC around? He could have wiped the rest of his base. Anyway, I would draw my comm right into the corner. I'm scared of losing it. Oh, he's paying like 1200. Oh. And yep, that's the surviving GC. So my GC took enough damage on the way in that I lost out to Vehicle's second GC. I tried a little skirmish probe here, but I was only using tier 2 units. Kurt gets the same idea, he uses bricks. Very smart decision. He's able to wipe them. No anti-air, so he's vulnerable to these strap bombers, but still, smart idea. He could have pushed. Actually, I'm going to watch to keep an eye on that. I'm curious what he did with that. But this whole left hand side, I completely lost that. So, yep. And there's the fresh GC. Right, that must be his third GC, I believe, because that's the second. The first was destroyed. Oh, that's the first one here. So he. Oh man. Oh, good kill. Oh my god. Oh, he's so close to my. Come on, calm. Ah, that's the intel. Does he not know? Ah, what? He does. He knows. I put down a stealth generator, but he can see that. Oh wait, that's a shield generator. There's the stealth gen. So he knows that I'm there. Oh, funny. Anyway, at this point it's GG. I think I messaged Kurt private and like, we did. And then eventually, we're close to the replay. I muck around for a few more minutes. Try to like build a little base here. What's going on? Anyway, GG. That's it, we end the game. Yep. So, okay, what have I learned from this? Pretty good early game, I'm pretty happy with that. I should rush tier 2 faster than I did. I should get some tier 1 ear just for some intel, I think. I relied a lot on Kurt to drive over intel, he was too busy. If I just had some ear scouts, I could have picked up that Comdex's comm was over here, Dravenon's comm was over here at one point. Oh, both were so close to getting to being vulnerable to my early GC. Also, I didn't push the early GC advantage enough. Like maybe it's kind of hard. Like I didn't have enough land units to really support that push, but I should have had some anti-air with my first GC. It took a lot of damage to some gunships, and then luckily Kurt was able to reinforce that with some fighters. But yeah, also just improving my micro so I can handle 2 bases at the same time. That would have made a big difference. If I just fortify that position, I could have done so much more. You know, what can I transfer from my PvE skills? Yeah, I think my echoing was really good this game. You'll see. Let me check the stats. Oh, I can't see the stats here, can I? See stats? No stats. But if you look at totals, 359k. So I was by far the most, mass. I had very high income. Obviously that's low because of reclaim. Oh, that's reclaim, isn't it? I'm not going to show anything because I was losing some units, but I had that, like, I think I had a very high mass income at one point. yeah, when I was looking through the stats, yeah, I think I mean, actually, I saw this other replay, right? I was peaking at like 260 or something for a while. Really good early GC. What could I have done differently? Rushed out some tier 3 spam earlier. Just overall better. Bit of micro, but yeah, Kurt was really fun to play with. Some good teamwork there. Yeah, nice game. It's my first playthrough of Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever with humans. Yay!